covered here. Here we go. Let's play pickleball.
Set out.
And again, I talked about the matching. I mean, Ben and Gabe look like it's a gender reveal party over there. Come on, boys.
Point. One, 0-1.
Little help off the tape from
Second
Mogle.
serve. One, 0-2.
And there's that extra pop and power that Crouch has in his game, man. It gets that down and down with pace. That's well done. Can't let them hang around. It's so hard to get ahead in these rallies. There's just extra spin, gets Crouch pulled out wide, and then easy put away for the youngster from Bolivia.
0-1-2. I'll recall. 0-1-2. Set out.
Checks the feet. The pink tootsies are fine there. Nice attack from Gabe.
1-0-1.
This is going to be soul-crushing if they don't win it, and they don't. Tremendous steel curtain-esque defense from Gabe and Ben there.
Two, 0-1. Second serve. 2-0-2. Set out.
Okay, let's see if these
0-2-1.
gentlemen in blue can get on the board.
Second serve.
Not if you're missing that.
0-2-2.
And you do not want Ben Johns in full SWAT team mode as he was there. Side out quickly. Nothing on the board.
2-0-1.
Oh, got him.
Point.
You just can't imagine a backhand from that position can tag your right shoulder, but that is exactly what just happened. Just so accurate.
Point.
And these are the stages of playing the top seeds. And you go like, man, I've hit some good balls. They keep coming back. I got to go for more. Go for more. Finds the tape.
Second serve. 4-0-2.
Wow. That's one that I would put back in the holster. Got away with it just because Gabe was so surprised that it happened. He hit it too hard. Little switcheroo here. I like this.
Second serve.
However, that does not prove fruitful in the first opportunity.
0-4-2. Point.
And they're on the board, and they think, look at how smart we were to switch it up. And you should do that, folks, whether you're playing,
1-4-2.
especially if you're playing in a tournament and you're stale one way. Switch it up.
That out. Four, 1-1.
There's the heavy hands of Crouch I talked about. Just stares down the goat and says, get back in the pen.
4-1-2. Point. Five, 1-2. Point. Six, 1-2. Set out.
So when you watch a match like this for you at home, I encourage you on occasion, instead of just watching the ball, focus in on one player. Watch Ben Johns for 3 or 4 rallies and see what he does when he's getting the ball, when he's not getting the ball, how he sits on the ball out of the air. You can learn so much from that. So mix that into your repertoire. Wow, Crouch sends it. Okay.
Two, 6-1.
Whoa. Ben does not like that at all. Okay. Crouch, full send. Ben gets out of the way.
2-6-2.
That is wide from Connor Mogle. Crouch has been going to the towel timeout repeatedly. Just slow it down. No issue with that whatsoever.
6-2-1.
Oh my, full Tardio-ness. Perfect topspin lob, and then throws the inside out winner at Crouch. Get that one. Tries the desperation behind the back as he was looking for something in the middle. Nice fill in the middle, and Connor would like a paddle tap. Chris, come on, help a brother out. And what's interesting, as I mentioned, this court is so big, we're going to see some wild ATPs, some great gets, and the pace of play will be slightly slower just because when you do want to go to the towel, there are extra steps to get there. That'll benefit the teams that like to play at that more controlled pace.
Point.
And the most lethal shot in all of pickleball strikes again. Crouch again, off screen to the towel. Ben shows his Cirque du Soleil skills with the pickleball on the side of that Perseus Pro 5 paddle. And beautiful ATP on the move. So you don't see Ben sprinting a whole lot because his read of the play is so good. In this case, he had to. And
9-2-2.
Beautifully done to get there.
Set out. Two 9-1.
Whoopsie.
Second serve. 2-9-2.
Ugly short possession for Crouch and Mogle there, and Ben and Gabe within striking position of ending game number 1. Off the tape, and Crouch gets a back tattoo. Game point.
10-2-1. Second serve.
Try number 2.
10-2-2.
Just a filthy roll. Crouch off balance, hits the deck. 11-2. Man, do the top seeds look good today in the round of 32. 11-2 for Ben and Gabe. Game 2 up next. To the line, they're just dictating play. Let's see what game 2 looks like. Will it be a carbon copy?
Point.
Crouch gets caught overextending, trying to protect Mogle coming forward.
1-0-2. Set out.
So it's supposed to be a race to the ball with these two. Whoever gets there first. No one chose to go get it to the last second, so that creates that missed third. Oh, rock you like a hurricane. Connor Mogle with the scorpion and Crouch with the put away. Okay.
1-1-1. Second serve. 1-1-2.
Yeah, that's just a tough. I'd love to see that just go to the player behind with the forehand. Don't stick your backhand in there, especially if it's behind you, and then cut a slice. Just has no chance. Oh, Gabe, hi. I see you're stuck in the cookie jar. What an inside-out volley there. That is pretty.
One, 1-2.
Wow. Took a cut at both of them and lost that exchange, did Mogle.
2-1-2. Set out. 1-2-1.
ATP not there, so Ben lays it back in the kitchen. Oh, no way. But then Gabe is still there. A lot of people had said this is over. Nice extension there from Mogle to get it back one more time.
One, 2-2. Set up. 2-1-1.
Yeah, come on.
Second serve.
Excellent attack there. Gets
2-1-2.
one hold. Wow.
Set up.
Just took off there. Deep, deep return.
1-2-1.
Chance to tie up game 2 right here at 2.
Second serve.
And those are the things that have to be on point. The routine stuff routinely against a team that hasn't lost. And it's Mogle that strikes first. Well done, Connor, and we are tied at 2. Again, wind picking up a bit, so just another subtle adjustment you have to make.
2-2-2. Set up. 2-2-1.
Wow, nice job. They were way behind, but Crouch in the heavy hands.
Two, 2-2.
Ben tries the off speed and Mogle is ready, and Gabe pays the price.
Connor from the right. Two, 2-1. Second serve.
Yeah, I think the Tardio attack on the counter was going deep, but Crouch, once you're engaged, man, those are tough to leave. Wasn't able to do so there.
2-2-2.
Looks for the ATP. It's defended, but not the overhead to go with it. Nice complimentary pickleball. Ben goes too wide on the 2-E roll.
Referee timeout. Blood issue. I need to.
Oh, Nancy's checking to see if there's blood on the leg of Chris Crouch there.
Time in.
Okay.
3-2-2.
Play on with the lead here.
Set out.
That may not have stayed in, and we'll never know for sure, but facing a deficit for the first time with the ball here are Ben and Gabe.
Two, 3-1.
Kept going wider and wider on the protractor. Well done, Connor Mogle. One wide, and then I say try and get that one, Ben, as it comes right into your screen.
Set out.
Okay, so down one, an empty trip.
Three, 2-1.
Excellent counter, and it's great having one Johns, but why not have two? Colin Johns, welcome to the booth. Your brother's down here in game two after a convincing game one win.
Well, it might be time for his afternoon nap, so a little lull in the action here. I just got here myself, so we'll have to look in and see if he looks a little sleepy.
4-2-2.
Mogle's serve is unique. Crouch's heavy hands again, and the lead is now 3.
Yeah, Crouch is a Tampa guy, if I'm not mistaken. I think he practices with Travis Rettenmeyer and got drafted to the Smash this year.
Yeah, very heavy hands, and
5-2-2.
those are working for him. Mogle's acting like the Carvana logo is quicksand with his serve. Nice job by Gabe. So what is different? Obviously, you and Ben won everything 15 times, and now he's playing with Gabe. How has he changed from his play style here after this point?
Yeah, it's interesting to think back about all these years of the Atlanta Open. It's one of the longest standing tournaments that we have, and seeing the sort of style of play, the pace of play this year versus past years is definitely quite striking. Kind of a little block drill there. I'm familiar with that.
Point.
But to answer your question, Dave, I think it's a lot of things. I mean, the ball has changed, the paddles have changed, and of course the players have changed. So Ben, as the top player, he's been forced to adapt in many different ways, and definitely shows up in his play. So something like that, the two-handed backhand, is not something he really owned back when we played it several years ago. So he's more and more comfortable with a shot like that, and it's more and more necessary in today's game. But I also want to kind of highlight the differences between when he played with Gabe at this tournament last year versus this year. And it was one of the few matches they lost all of last year, and certainly they made the final, so it was not a bad run by any stretch. But you could just see how much more comfortable they are as a team this year versus last year.
Comfort in what way? Go deeper on that word.
So I would say the middle is much more established on who's taking what ball in what certain situations, and I think Gabe's just a little bit more confident in terms of what Ben expects him to do, wants him to do, and vice versa, because you have to get really used to your partner's patterns, especially out the initiations. You like to attack using certain spots and certain combinations yourself, but you have to feed those into your partner's strengths and weaknesses. So developing and just becoming more comfortable and getting in the flow, it's a really big thing.
Well, they better get in the flow soon or they're going to be playing a third game. That is wide, and sometimes Gabe wants a timeout. Ben is not going to run to the timeout. That will not come here, because you and Gabe stylistically very different.
That would be, yes, an understatement at the least.
Wow. Counter slammed into the tape, and the lead is 5.
Yeah, I would say that I'm the disciplined, consistent sort of player, and Gabe is definitely the more offensive, take-it-to-you, creative player. So we really couldn't be quite more different.
Set up.
Beautiful ATP from Ben there, but there's serious work to be done. Yeah, you are on the two ends of the spectrum, but that's the beauty of this game, is how different styles can just merge so beautifully. You and Ben won 1 billion times together, and these two haven't lost in 2026.
Exactly, and I think it's just a sign of the times to where this style of play over the past couple years has risen and definitely dominates today's game. I mean, clearly they're having as much success as you can possibly have this year.
Wow, catches Gabe down the line. Okay, Chris Crouch.
3-8-2.
So it doesn't look like they are stacking, or is it just on the return that they're not unwinding? Have they been playing this formation the whole time?
No, they've switched. They've switched back and forth throughout. Actually, they got down big early and switched. So
a little bit of stacking each direction.
Yes.
Depending on the feel.
Point.
Hard to believe how far we've come.
Wow, the forehand drive of Ben hits the tape, kills the rally, but back within 2. So what do the upstart underdogs have in a must get at least one sort of situation? A wild pull from Mr. Crouch there.
Yeah, if you're going to beat this team, you definitely want to pull the trigger in some places where normally you wouldn't. But what I'm really interested to see in the next couple possessions is how solid is their transition at this point in the match, because clearly they're getting closer to the finish line in this second game, and in order to give yourself a chance like that, to where you get a little lucky off the tape, and you can't afford to make the mistakes in transition. So far I've been impressed. They seem to be not taking their foot off the gas and making their thirds.
Drive the third, drop the 5th.
Excellent. It's windy, so it's not an easy thing to do, especially against this team.
Wow.
You really just have to assess what all is going on, and that allows you to dictate the strategy from there.
No free challenge remaining. 1 free challenge remaining. We'll resume play at side out 6-9-1.
Maybe not 8 inches in, but well in.
Well in.
All right, so here we go. Is this the pushback?
Time in. 6-9-1.
Yikes, rough third there.
Second serve.
And that's just an example of the breeze making a shot much more challenging than it normally would be. I like how he's going after the return. They're not playing just to put it in play. I mean, it looks to me like they're ready to win this game. They're not looking for Ben and Gabe to give it to them. So this is the sort of mentality you need to take as the underdogs to get a game on this team.
What a serve.
And again, a little lucky off the tape, but solid in transition. They didn't lose their minds. They didn't go for anything wild on the 3rd, the 5th, or that transition ball, and of course led to some good fortune.
10-6-1.
Game point to force a third.
Oof, back of the line.
Second serve.
They wish that they could challenge that one, but I think that one was in as well.
So if you're going to get the pickleball gods to give you the ones off the tape, the ball's going to catch the line. Second chance to take game 2.
That's great. Backhand drop. Wow.
And they will
Point
stare them down in the hands battles. And how about this? Chris Crouch, Connor Mogle take game 2, and we will play a third as a juicy firefight goes their way. All right, is Peachtree Corners upset City? We'll break it down when we come back. Match.
I'm interested to see how they play the wind on this side.
We got a napkin heading towards the court back there. Yes. Wow.
Yeah, getting in the visuals of the players.
Yeah. And there you, oh man, this is like we have a squirrel loose over here. No one can grab it. Come on, Gabe. There you go. Okay, love, that's what you want to be cheered for. You stopped a napkin with your foot. Well done, Gabe.
Here we go.
Okay, do over.
0-0-2.
That's a nice pull. I mean, great hands by Ben to bail him out there, but.
Wow. Okay.
He dodged a bullet there. That's not a ball that you usually want to flip, but boy, I was very impressed with that backhand flip. He found a great spot, and Ben came up with the miracle save, but ultimately it didn't matter.
First one is theirs.
Very solid in transition.
Oh my goodness.
Point.
And blows it down the line, and the first 2 are theirs.
And I just want to highlight again, the transition play led to that opportunity. Most people will look at that last shot and say, well, that won them the point. Well, you'll never get to that stage in the rally if you're not solid in transition. And I've been impressed with pretty much every element of the transition play up until that moment. But, you know, commentator's curse.
Yeah. I don't mind the going for it there either. He had a ball that was up, just got to make it.
And a little more good fortune. I would have thrown at least 2 or 3 hats by now.
How many fits would you have thrown? Every net cord going against it's transitive from one Johns to the other, I think, even though you are the older brother.
I mean, my hat has a mind of its own, Dave. I can't explain it.
Point.
On the board, there will be 0 panic from Ben and Gabe here, despite being down 3. We will switch ends at 6, and that is a factor with the win today.
Oh, he had a good look at that combo.
Point.
He got it to the part of the court where Gabe likes to hit that backhand, but he does tend to fade it to the middle, and he was on the 2-hander, just couldn't quite square out the paddle.
2-2-2.
Yikes.
Point.
Routine dink missed wide, so.
And it looks like the wind is going a little bit that direction, and it looks like it's a little bit in their face right now, meaning with Ben and Gabe.
And Crouch is taken like an old man walking his dog in the park, stroll to the towel here, and perfectly within his rights to do so. And with this much bigger court, takes a lot of time.
3-2-2.
Little regroup.
Yep. Yikes.
Point.
Okay, so you loved what they were doing in transition, but a couple of errors at the kitchen now, and This is 4 and
4-2-2.
counting in their first possession of game 3 for Ben and Gabe.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think they need to be in the lead to switch here in order to get this game, but they do need to keep it close. So it's important that they got that stop there. Hopefully they can put a couple on the board in their mind to where if you switch, at least you're at 4 or 5. And ultimately, I mean, that's probably going to be enough to keep it close in the score line, and that becomes a very different match because you just can't play as loose as if Ben and Gabe were up 6-1, 6-2 at the turn. You can start to open up and play more normal again. And wow.
Second serve.
The wind got a hold of that, and Jetstream pulls it deep.
I may stand corrected. I think the Jetstream might be going that way unless it's turning here. Oh, another one. And
another. Oh, that hat is in deep trouble. You're not even wearing a hat, and it'll throw itself.
I'll throw it from here for him.
Ooh. Wow, Shankopotamus, but it's in there.
Well, as Ben likes to say, the best shots in this game are shanks. Not that he does it all that often, but when he does.
4-2-2.
He tends to hit that sweet spot quite a bit.
Ooh, wide.
Second serve.
He read the speed up going into the body, but couldn't quite finish off the counter combo.
So while we're tracking this ball down, you've been working with the Trailblazers who are here. Tell me more about that, Colin.
Yeah, so I took some time off at the end of last year, so I was doing coaching initiatives in Asia from October to December. But in December, we had our pre-selection training camp, which got 200 applications from all over Asia, so you needed an Asian passport to apply. And from those 200, they got it down to 30, and those were the ones that were in that 3-week training camp. And part of my job as the head coach was to evaluate them and also to give them a level of training that they hadn't seen before to where it was at more of a professional level. So 8 of those players were the selectees, and they've been on a trip to the U.S. for about 5 weeks now. So this is their last tournament. They played Utah, Sacramento, and this tournament. And Chris Crouch, he should go to the go to the casino later.
No doubt.
But it's been really fun to work with those players. They're really all fun to work with, eager to learn, and they've improved a lot over these weeks. So proud to say that one of the women's teams is in the round of 32 in the main draw. So they're playing Lucy and Caitlin Christian.
Okay.
Former Atlanta champion Lucy Kovalova.
Indeed.
So great experience for them.
2-5-2.
Big opportunity on 2 to, as Colin mentioned, keep this close. And that pristine play in the transition area has gone awry a bit here. 2 in the first possession, nothing since. Ooh. Wow, went for the full slice-a-roo cut, and it worked.
It does feel like the wind is swirling a bit, because
it feels like it's at our back, but it seems to be going around in a circle in this amphitheater.
And he found the backhand again. I mean, good slide there. I think Ben probably picked the wrong spot. I think he was trying to catch him on the slide. And it was actually that he didn't go as early as Ben thought he was going. So sometimes you can find that crease where somebody has to reach back who's fading backhand, and because of that you can get them to hit it late. But he couldn't quite find the crease because Crouch was actually not quite as early to the fade as what Ben was probably thinking there. They decided to switch it up on the sides.
Wow, he's had a couple of successful scorpions, but that's all the way to the other shoulder and can't get that done.
2-5-2.
Nice save.
What a rally. Oh, and then behind him.
Set out.
Loved the ATP defense on the left side of his body. We'll see a lot of those, I think, with this court being as wide as it is.
Absolutely, and I just love the counter in the middle of that. It wasn't a full reset like a block, but it was almost what I call like a cut counter, to where it goes down to the feet of the opponent, and they really have no choice but to reset that ball or take a really bad pull, and that's what ended up happening.
Another try for Ben and Gabe to get to that spot on the journey at 6 and switch to the other side.
Looked like he was on that speed up. Gabe likes to pull from a lot of different positions, but it looks like he's seen that one a couple times now and was sitting on the two-hander all the way.
And that is missed wide, so opportunities galore go astray. Okay.
5-1.
Wow, another one. Man, what a rally from Mogle. And the first ball Crouch gets, he pushes up the line. Well played by Mogle to keep him in it.
Yeah, Ben is not reading his down the line speed up well so far. He's definitely shut down a couple of the middle ones, but credit to Mogle there to keep them in the rally in some really sticky situations earlier in the point.
3-5-1.
Oh my, oh.
If this works out for them, it's just their lucky day. You can't cross your partner up more than that.
And it does not. The pickleball gods are like, okay, enough. If you guys aren't going to communicate on a third in the third game, I'm not helping you out anymore. Second try to get to 4.
Yeah, I still got a decent strike on. I mean, Gabe shut that down with authority, but not a bad look.
3-5-2.
Yeah, Nancy's about had enough of their slow play. That's the first whoopsie from Mogle in a while.
Set out.
So they get 1. Better than none, but 2 would have been
5-3-1.
the number that I called for.
Wow. This time goes through the middle.
Yeah, going crossbody there and following up well with the backhand. And Ben got a hold of it a little bit, but not enough to get it through the recounter. So interesting the spots that they're both picking. They're mixing it up a little bit. Crouch electing to go more down the line and Mogle going more to the middle. Look at that one as well. Good defense.
And announcer Jenks Colin Johns there as the transition here today. So congrats, buddy.
Indeed, congrats to them. Man to man it is from now on.
Wow, that was fun. Mogle just getting in that sort of Matt Wright position. I'm just going to hit a backhand and that's it.
Matt Wright certainly having some success at this very tournament doing that exact thing.
Point.
Yikes. So just when you think this is interesting, you look up at the scoreboard, and as you mentioned, it just feels heavy at 8-3. Nice take from Crouch.
And again, going to the outside of Ben's body and coming out ahead.
Easy power for Crouch, too. My goodness. Okay, so gotta go here.
Yeah, snaps the backhand, not just at the body well, but also when he has to stretch over to his left. It's a nice flick. I mean, that's very low, but he hid that quite well, stayed down on it, and surprised Gabe. Not an easy shot there.
Yeah, that was sneaky.
Very.
4-8-1. Second serve.
Grinding twoies.
4-8-2.
Again, finding the one-handed counter away from the body there. Held position well and right through the middle. He's finding it hard to find the forehand there without actually telegraphing where he's going.
5-8-2.
2 and counting on this possession. And Ben shuts the middle down there.
You're on 5. You're on 5.
Back in the day, you would have lost a rally by being in the wrong position. I'm glad that is no longer the case.
Indeed, some very important matches in ancient history were won and lost on that very rule.
Wow, some very awkward counters in the middle there, but they survive it to Ben and Gabe. 2 points from the round of 16.
Nine, 5-1.
What a shot from Ben there. Shuts down the middle. Here comes match point.
Yeah, interesting. The angle difference made a big difference in terms of the spot he got it to. So hitting it from the forehand a little bit more central versus the backhand hasn't had a whole lot of success. Crouch finding the backhand on most of those.
Okay.
Well, that's one way to save match point.
Yeah, it is. Clean block winner into the open and vacated side of the court. Try number 2.
10-5-2.
Oh no, what a tough way to lose it. Crouch wants to chuck his paddle to Silver Springs, but he's not going to do that. And nice win here for Ben and Gabe. And Colin, they always seem to not make it clean. Anna Lee and Anna Bright come up here, take souls, move on. These two, they get pickled every once in a while even, but all they do is win.
Hey, as long as your name still moves to the right, as you like to say. I mean, it doesn't always have to be pretty in these sort of conditions. It almost never is. So